It's a Mock Draft Monday here on Jones and Keefe. We'll get you a mock coming up momentarily. Bill Barnwell with his annual all trades mock draft.
Love a mock.
Some interesting trades for the Pats in there. Programming note, starting on Wednesday at this time, 10:45 every day, we're going to be giving you insight on the different positions in the draft, starting with wide receivers on Wednesday. We'll go through. We'll give you the top players at the position, guys we like, guys we don't like, as we lead you up to the NFL draft on April 24th. So that begins on Wednesday. We'll still be doing Mock Draft Monday every Monday at 10:45, and we'll mix that in coming up. Real quick, before we get to Barnwell's mock, Red Sox lineup is out.
Lineup's out. So they are going up against the lefty today. So no Tristan Casas. He is going to get a day.
Okay.
Jaron Duran will lead off. Rafael Devers in there again.
At DH, though.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I was going to say, I knew not third, but who's playing first?
I think Corey. I'll get there.
Okay.
I'll get to take your time. Let's ease into this lineup.
He's not at first, is the point, and hehe's not out of the lineup despite stinking up the joint.
Didn't Cora say on Friday, even if Bregman takes a day off, it will not be Devers.
Correct.
So, yeah, but Bregman is in there batting third. Rob Refsnyder hitting cleanup today in right field.
Hitting cleanup. I know it's a lefty,
Dude
but
mashes
still.
lefties.
No, he does.
He mashes them.
My God.
Trevor Story at short, Christian Campbell at second, Romy Gonzalez at first base.
Okay.
Connor Wong, Cedon Rafaela, and Hoss of the Week nominee, Sean Newcomb on the mound.
Oh, yeah, because he didn't win.
this week.
He didn't win it last week.
No, for this week he's
the
a
big
nominee.
D tackle at Florida, the 460-pounder from Florida won last week.
Desmond, what was it, Mason?
Sounds right.
Guy was a unit.
Yeah, he is.
We might have to retire Haas of the Week. He's just Haas of the year until further notice.
Haas of eternity.
Yeah, but Costas gets the day off. Rafael Devers back in there is sort of the takeaway.
Okay. Interesting. We'll get back to Devers and the Red Sox, their terrible weekend coming up in just a little bit. Meanwhile, it's a Mock Draft Monday. Bill Barnwell every year does his all trades mock. So all 32 picks in the first round, it's a trade. Sometimes it involves your team making an acquisition. Sometimes it's trading it away. In the case of the Patriots, he has one of each.
Oh, I like that.
One of each for the Patriots. Let's start at pick number 4.
Yep.
Bill Barnwell has the Patriots trading down from number 4.
How far?
11.
That's just on the outside
It's
for me.
a little
I want
farther.
a top 10 pick, but okay.
It's a little farther than you and I would like them going, but Bill Barnwell has the Patriots moving from 4 to 11 with the San Francisco 49ers. They also have to throw in Cole Strange, Keefe.
No!
I know you like.
No!
But they get in return Brandon Aiyuk.
Done.
And the 11th pick. So you're moving down 7 picks. You get Aiyuk. You still get to draft at 11. As Barnwell writes, having signed Diggs to a 3-year deal, the Patriots would go from having the league's worst receiving core to one with top 10 potential overnight. Diggs' deal has only $26 million guaranteed. Not even that, by the way.
No,
which suggests he might be on the move as early as next offseason. Aiyuk, 27, would be around for years to come as part of a 4-year deal with $110 million remaining. By moving down to 11, New England would still hope to be in position to add Will Campbell or Armand Membu to its offensive line, landing a left tackle. Diggs and Aiyuk would represent a dream offseason for May and the Pats. Now,
what is Ayuk's injury status, though?
Well, Schefter had a couple of notes on Aiyuk this weekend. Number one, he said that the trade deadline for Aiyuk is April 1st because he's due a big bonus, which we've discussed before.
4 o'clock tomorrow.
The other was Aiyuk should be ready mid-season.
Wow.
So
that's a tough.
So you have Diggs and Aiyuk. You acquire both, and neither one maybe in a potential scenario is out there week 1. I would say that's
the year with Pop Douglas and Keyshawn Boutte.
That's not ideal.
No, so I don't love that. At least with Aiyuk, that is more of a long-term type of deal than it would be with Steph Diggs. Like, with Steph Diggs, you're like, you really want him for this year. You're not even sure what the future holds with him. Aiyuk is younger. Maybe he's somebody that can grow with Drake May. But I would do that move. I would do that trade.
You're only dropping 7 spots and you get Aiyuk. So, I would do that too.
In the other scenario we had, this is one that we just made up ourselves, but if you went from 4 down to 32 and got A.J. Brown. So A.J. Brown better than Brandon Aiyuk. However, going down 30 picks compared to 7 spots is significant. Mm-hmm. So if you're still picking at 11, and maybe Will Campbell does fall. Maybe there are enough teams out there that say, we think he's a guard or his arms are too small or whatever. And maybe you get Will Campbell and Brandon Aiyuk with your first pick.
Right. Some people want Campbell at 4. Maybe you still get him at 11 and you add Aiyuk. Or you get Membu at 11, which I'm much more comfortable with than at 4.
Yes, I would do that. It's unfortunate, and it'd be one of those things that we'd be very excited about the names on the depth chart, but if week 1, 2, and 3 roll around and Diggs and Ayuk are still recovering from their injuries, that's not ideal. But if you have those guys just for Drake May going forward, because what's the other avenue to get a top 10, top 15 wide receiver in the NFL? It doesn't seem like you're getting one of those guys.
You're missing out on your guy, Travis Hunter, potentially at 4. So
true. I mean, I guess that's another one where I am more open to these trades depending on who's there.
If Hunter's not on the board. His second trade, he has the Patriots moving up from 38 to 31. They have to throw in a 4th rounder this year, 106, and a future 5th. But they would get a second first-round selection. He doesn't make a specific name.
Okay.
But he does say, get another offensive lineman. So, in theory, you could be leaving with a tackle at 11, a second offensive lineman late in the first round, and maybe Brandon Aiyuk in this scenario. Like, that would be...
I like it.
You've added Diggs and Aiyuk, and you've added 2 first-round offensive linemen?
That seems like a home run.
I mean, that would be... I mean, I'm not sure you could do better than that. As much as I like Travis Hunter or Abdul Carter or names like that, I'm not sure you could knock it out of the park more than that.
No, I'd be in. But that's the thing. They should be a team that is involved in everything. You know, by picking 4th and picking high in the second round, and depending on who. I think there's trade scenarios no matter what happens with the top 3. Meaning, there's going to be a team out there that might really want Travis Hunter. Who I am that team, but I'm just saying. Outside, if the Patriots aren't sold on it, another team might trade up for him. I'm convinced a team would trade up for one of the quarterbacks, so they should have the opportunity to do that. Plus, late in the night on round 1, if you want to get back in, it's as easy for you as anybody else. How many times would the Patriots do that thing where the Patriots would be
they're the team moving out? They
would go from 31 or 32 down to 40, and then they'd keep moving down or whatever. So, yeah, they should be right there for all of it.
Okay, so real quick, the notes from Adam Schefter over the weekend on Brandon Aiyuk, and it's just interesting. His colleague all of a sudden has the Patriots dealing for Brandon Aiyuk in an all-trades mock. But Schefter said the 49ers owe Brandon Aiyuk $22.85 million bonus, so $23 million, on Tuesday, April 1st. Once the Niners pay that bonus, any trade talks for Aiyuk would be off, and he would be expected to spend the 2025 season in San Francisco. So Tuesday looms as Aiyuk's unofficial trade deadline, and no deal currently is expected by then. Barnwell has the Patriots moving from 4 to 11. They would get Brandon Aiyuk in that scenario, who Schefter earlier in the week also said is expected to be ready by midseason.